What's good? My name's Jimani,
My name is Kobe Pope.
and this is Soul Sit Down. How you feeling today, bro?
Man, I feel good. I feel great.
That's good, bro.
Yeah. How about you?
I feel amazing, bro. I got me a good workout in. I feel good, bro.
Yeah, nigga got his braces off, man. He's smiling for the camera. My nigga handsome, man.
I appreciate you, bro. You look good too. But so the first question I have for you is, can you explain to the people like what you do for a living?
So right now I just work. I got my own business. I do a lot of content creation. Uh, yeah, I try to provide a lot of value and just build my name and brand off of that, and it's opened up a lot of opportunities for me. So I'm just taking it a day at a time, honestly.
Yeah. So like, what exactly do you do with content creating, and then like, can you touch on like the, you know what I'm saying, like the stuff that you make and stuff like that, so like people can know and like, yeah.
So my business is focused on self-care and like, taking your own health into your own hands and getting more in tune with like natural substances, because if you're not aware of it, there are a lot of toxins that are pushed into, natural things, and it's pretty much population control.
Yeah.
Especially aimed towards melanated people. And I try to teach people how to just take their own health in their own hands and not focus all their attention looking outward and really go more inward.
Mm. So, what made you want to start diving into that field?
I guess I would say, I don't know, I just started coming across a lot of information, like maybe in 2017 or 2016, 2017. I started just questioning the world around me.
Yeah.
I was smoking weed heavy for like 5+ years.
Yeah.
Like after graduating high school, and messed around with some psychedelics. I mean, I don't mess with that stuff no more. But it really just made me tap more into my soul and question the things around me, and question the structures that we were.
So are you saying that's like what weed and the psychedelics did for you?
Yeah, and I mean, it definitely is like I wouldn't say you need it, because everything is really just mental, and it's just a matter of how far you push your mind to really want to know things and like get out of your comfort zone.
So like, how important is it to like, would you say like you're more so controlling your mind?
Yeah, I feel like I feel like personally, I like to be in control of my mind and aware, and just not have anything externally messing with, like, just throwing me off my path. And back when I was abusing weed, because I was smoking that shit like every day, it was really just an escape.
Yeah.
And yeah, I went sober, and I just got into nature more, and really just learned myself and just got more comfortable with myself, and just I'll be high off life now, man.
Nah, you both, bro.
Yeah, so it's.
So if you don't mind speaking about it, like what exactly was the escape from? Like where were you trying to escape?
I guess just I don't know, it does really get deep.
Nah, facts, it really do. Yeah. That's why I wanted, like, I'm really curious.
Oh yeah, nah. I guess it was just an escape for not. just not being comfortable with the present and being so caught up in the past and worried about the future. I feel like we get very fixated on those two factors that are not in our. I wouldn't say they're not in our control, but our thoughts now focus that. So like, really just practicing mindfulness and just getting in tune with your breath that's really helped me.
That's very important.
Yeah,
that's really, very important.
That's really helped me just be more present and just appreciate things around me in the moment.
Yeah,
we live in a very fast-paced world, and we get sucked in our phones and just lost in the noise that we don't come back to self and just recenter and just appreciate shit.
Yeah. I was watching this one YouTube video. That's really what got me into like focusing on my breath work. I think it was like a Buddhism thing. Like it was basically saying like in their schools they actually teach their like children how to actually breathe. And then it was saying like it was giving situations like say if you wake up one morning and then like your child left like their bicycle outside and you trip over and fall, like instead of getting mad over something that you can't control, just control your breath. Cause like just that one incident can like ruin the rest of your day. Instead of just taking a deep breath and calming yourself down and just allowing yourself to flow. So yeah, that's definitely important. And then another reason why I mentioned that to you is just because like I know for me one of my biggest fears was like really me living up to like my fullest potential and fear of like that maybe like I won't make it to where I see myself going or like just having people depend on me. Like I don't know, it's just like I've always not more so now, but like I've always had that fear of like it's just easier to not it's easier to sell yourself short than to push for something and then fail. But then like once I like rewire my mind to like I wouldn't want to look down the line like 20, 30 years later and be like, well, I wish I would at least try it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like so that's really like a big reason why I asked you that question. So another question I have for you, like in the moment of like your childhood, how did you view it? And then now looking back at it in your present life, like how do you look at your childhood now?
I'm very grateful that I never went without my parents. They did a good job providing for me.
Yeah.
And just I wouldn't say I wish. I feel like it all happened for a reason. My parents were in the military, so I didn't really get to. I wish growing up we would have spent more time together. I mean, I'm not saying we didn't, but like
just more than what y'all did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this life shit is just complex, bro.
No.
And it definitely gave me insight on like how I want to raise, how I want my family to be when I do have that choice. I want to be able to provide and not have to somebody else govern me and tell me the time, like take away time for spending with my family and just that's why I'm just building my brand and business and just trying to live a life to where I'm in control and nobody's like over me. So
yeah. And you definitely gonna make that happen, bro. I already know you are.
Yeah, man.
But so how did that play like a toll on like your mental and like your emotions, given that like your parents were there, but maybe not as much as you wanted them to be? Like how did that play a toll on you?
I spent a lot of time to myself growing up, and I will say, like when I was growing up, I guess that I don't know, I wasn't very much in control of my like my emotions.
Yeah.
So I guess I was a little hothead, but then I got into like working out, and that really helped. And just
working out helped you like tame your emotions.
And helped me focus. And yeah, that was definitely a big part.
Yeah.
I definitely I wasn't as advanced as I am now working out. Like I was just kind of working out.
You be
I was working out.
yeah.
I really don't. I don't work out as much. I mean, I used to go crazy with it, but now it's more so just like maintaining to fit what I got going on because I don't want to do too much and then have to focus more energy on recovery versus putting that energy elsewhere. So it's a balancing act.
Nah, yeah, most definitely. So it's two things that I want to make sure that y'all caught in that. If it's something that you are doing in your life that you don't necessarily like and you want to like change for the better, like find a good outlet for you, a more positive outlet for you. Like you said, he wasn't too good at like taming his emotions when he was younger, but he found something that helped him like get more in control of it, which was working out. And then the other thing that I wanted y'all to notice, make sure that y'all didn't it didn't go over y'all head, is how he said the like having a balance, like don't overexhaust yourself in anything that you do. I gotta make sure that you, and everybody form of balance look different. So you gotta find your form of balance and then do it. Like don't overindulge in things because like you said, you might spend too much time in recovery when you could have been putting that energy into something else or whatever you're doing. Like you just don't want to overexhaust because like you have a lot of energy to put into all these things, so you don't want to overdo one and then not put it back into other things that need it. So
it's all intention, whatever your mission is.
Nah, yeah, most definitely.
Like personally, I'm very much all over the place with just like creating and just connecting with people, and it can be very overwhelming. Dang, I was gonna say something. I forgot. Oh yeah, and like everybody has their own path and operate in different energies more than one another, whether you are a man or a woman. So like, yeah, it definitely is a balancing act, and something that I noticed that's like very common or very pushed is like the whole gender war shit. Like,
yeah.
It's always trying to divide us, but we need one another.
Nah, facts. Facts.
And yeah, it's about complementing one another and not competing with one another. And I guess we get conditioned with that because of like sports and shit. Like, and I mean, I actually bought a book that's very interesting. No, I didn't bring it. Yeah. It's called The ISIS Papers by Dr. Welch. Shit, I can't remember, but I did a podcast on it with my boy Flip. But they were just talking about how like sports were like engineered as like pretty much energy harvesting rituals, and it's just a different form of slavery. I mean, I used to play baseball. Like I actually wanted to go professional. And yeah, I mean, people go that path. I mean, it is what it is, but the way my life planned out, I feel like my path was just not for that, and I'm doing what I do now, so I'm very happy. And I feel like a lot of pressure was on me to go that path, was just because my father, he was a professional, or he did play pro football, but he was a stud. He was a QB at Tennessee Tech.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got records there. And I mean, he never really pressured me. He just supported whatever I do, but he just told me, whatever I do, make sure I put my all into it. And yeah.
Do you feel like you said you did feel like he kind of wanted you to go down that route?
Nah, I just felt like innately, like I should have went that route because of
because he did.
Yeah, and I will say, and I played college baseball and stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just was not that focused. Like I wasn't understanding how to use my energy, and I was very much caught in just smoking and drinking and just bullshitting, man. Messing around, just women, like distracted, bro. And a big part of creating our own reality is our sexual energy.
No,
and it wasn't until I didn't really understand this concept until like 3 or 4 years ago, and there was a point where I went abstinent for 2 years just to really focus in on healing myself and reconnecting with the feminine and not looking at them as
just the objects.
Yeah,
that's definitely very important. I feel like every man should try that at least once in his life, because once you try it once, you never will go back for real.
Yeah, and it really turns you to a man and really like disciplines you, because temptation is everywhere. But there's this saying. I'm gonna wait on that. But yeah, and over those 2 years, it really helped me build myself and my brain. And I'm just like, damn, like imagine if I would have had all this energy and this focus when I wanted to play pro. Like I could have did that.
Yeah.
But it all happened for a reason. I'm not tripping. Yeah. But like a big thing with the whole sexual energy harvesting thing, like a big issue I see with young men today is like pornography and shit. Like getting sucked into that whole sphere and not knowing how to transmute that energy and really. I mean, I can't create I can't create a world for others. You have to want to create that world for yourself. So,
facts.
I mean, there's going to be good and bad. There's no perfect world.
Facts.
But I feel like young men should really know how to transmute that energy and not use women as an outlet for their trauma and their
just whatever they're going through.
Yeah, and I mean, like the media and shit and music push this whole idea that as a man you gotta have a whole bunch of bitches. Bro, I'm gonna tell you what. Like, I mean, some people go that polyamory route, but honestly, I feel like that whole route is just a part of the matrix. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like union with a partner is very sacred, and with that, it's limitless. Like what y'all can create.
Yeah.
And like just expelling your energy all over the place. I just feel like it's not good as a man. Like it can really like I don't know, just throw you off. Like
yeah.
Because I just feel like as men, we're more focused, like just more like linear. But if you have like your energy all over the place, then it could kind of just fuck you up.
Yeah.
But I mean, some niggas do it, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like.
Yeah.
It is a deep topic.
Nah, yeah, most definitely. But I know earlier I said men, but it's also for females. Like females, definitely like I feel like that gets underlooked. But y'all also need to learn how to control y'all sexual energy as well, because just like how a man, like I said, like once you change your perspective on that, it's the same for a female. So I just want to make that point. But another question I have for you,
like back on that topic though, like I mean, that really is their nature, and you can't even get mad at them for it. I mean, but a warning too, though. There's just a lot of parasitic entities. A lot of people feasting for light. Vampires. I actually made a song called "Vampires of Consciousness." It's like I don't know. I feel like yeah, there's just be careful, man. Y'all be wary of the vampires out here, the energy drainers.
Nah, facts. But so the next question I have for you: what's the craziest thing that you've ever experienced, and what's the scariest thing you've ever experienced?
Man, I've had multiple near death experiences. I remember one when I was like younger, in Hawaii. I about drowned, but I didn't. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I really can't remember what happened then, but like there's a time where I was like tripping and I saw myself. I so I have a birthmark on my foot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm at this lake, and pretty much I feel myself get bit. And like before we had got on the water, there was an old man and his like grandson or whatever fishing, and they warned us about snakes. But we looked around and we're like, "You know, snakes, yeah." Like this consciousness shit is wild. Like where you vibrate really like determines like yo shit. But like you know we're on the water and everything's straight. You know, so there's like two groups of us. My group of people, we were all just vibing. You know, everything was straight. The other group, you know, they were drinking and just like you can kind of tell that they were, you know, low in spirit. I guess so. I guess their minds took on the idea that okay, look out, there's snakes. Yeah. But like you know, think about water snakes, the water moccasins, they're poisonous. So like, of course that's some scary shit.
Nah, facts. Yeah.
You know, at first they panic and they're like, snake, and we're looking, we're like, bro, there ain't no fucking snake. Yeah. So like we like calm down the situation and everything's straight. And then like sure enough, you know, me and I think the dehydration was starting to fuck me up because we had smoke and just a bad combo, just smoking. Yeah. But yeah, like I'm like, bro, we gotta get back to shore. I need my water. Like I'm dehydrated. And my trip was starting to go bad then, bro. And pretty much we were going back to shore. We were on floats. I felt myself like get like bit or something like on my foot. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah. Because I honestly on the side of my eye, bro, I'm looking. I'm like, oh hell no, bro. Like I thought I saw a snake. And yeah, bro, I thought it was all over with. Like I get back to shore. I grab my water. I eat this orange, and I look down on my foot, bro. That shit is like veiny as fuck. I'm just like, nope, didn't happen. Nope. But I felt like I really did like talk myself out of this. Like, I don't know. This is a crazy story. Nah, but it definitely is. Yeah, I pretty much thought I was about to die. Yeah. And I like, this is where I really got into crystals because like my homegirl, she handed me an amethyst, and once she handed me that, I was just kind of like looking up at the sun. And I'm just like, I mean, shit. If I die, it's meant to be. But like, I just made peace with it. And I got handed a rose quartz after that, and bro, my whole mood just changed. I'm just like, bro, that thing's straight. Like, it's really this shit does sound wild as fuck, but it's really all mental, bro. Like, yeah. You know, we are ones with nature. You know, we are. Yeah, we are what we are.
So, what did you learn from that situation?
Who you are around is very key because they can really fuck you up. You know, energy is contagious.
Most definitely. Don't let that go over your head, please.
Yeah. Some people are very engulfed in low energy and very fixated on the bad, and you gotta separate from that shit.
Nah, facts.
And just really like, it got me, man, there was a lot from that situation.
Yeah.
Like, it really just made me get more into my spirituality and then just like connecting more with nature, like, and just wanting to know things and just, yeah.
So you would say that was like was that the most pivotal moment in your?
Yeah, I would say it's one of them. Yeah.
So
what about you? What's the craziest thing that's happened to you?
Let me think. I'd have to say one of my craziest experiences is. I'm trying to think.
You got no rush, man.
Bet. So let me ask this: are you saying just from the aspect of like the spiritual world, or are you saying like in the physical world?
Shit, either one, bro. I ain't judging you. I mean, I don't have some crazy, yeah, bro. Like, shit is limitless.
No, it definitely is. Well, all right, bet. I'm gonna tell you this one. So basically, I think it was my 10th grade year, and this kind of goes into what you're saying, like who you keeping around you and who you communicating with. It was this one situation. It was me and two other my homeboys. So this girl had decided to send us like some news or whatever, right? I'm telling you, we ain't asked for him or nothing. But okay, I'm gonna say that in a minute. So then we sitting in class, we in second period, like I'll never forget this, but so we're in second period just chilling, like listening to the teacher. And then it's like two officers come to the door and they like, I need you, him, and him. So in my head, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. You know, teachers try to lie like everything is alright, you're not in trouble or nothing. So we walk out. And then it's another cop around the corner. So now I'm thinking like, bro, it's over with, bro. Like, it's over with, bro. I ain't got no hope. But so we walk around the corner. We go into like the little printing room, and so they bring one of my friends in first. So me and my other homeboy, like, so it's two cops in there. You know, yeah, it's two. I think two cops go in there and talk to you, and then there was just one sitting there. So I'm confused. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, so like, what's going on? Like, and then he telling me he don't know. He's just there for backup. So in my head, I'm like, backup. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie to this. So the first dude get done, and then my other homeboy go in. So I'm already like getting super anxious because it's like, wow, I gotta go last. I'm trying to figure out. So he walk out. When he walk out, he like looking super sad. So I'm like. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's over, bro. I'm not trying to go in here. So yeah, so then my other homeboy go in. He in there for maybe like 5 minutes. I'm still just trying to talk to the cop, trying to keep myself like calm, like not get too anxious. So I'm still just chilling. Man, he walk out, he looks sad, so I'm like, I'm like, bro, this ain't nothing good, bro. This ain't nothing good. So then now it's my turn to go in there. You get to asking me questions. I'm like, bro. So now, like, I ain't lie, I was thinking about lying to him, but like, I really couldn't lie because all he had to do was just take my phone. You know what I'm saying? Because you know when you're on school property, everything is there. So yeah, bro. So I was thinking about lying to him. Like, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell the truth. Like lying ain't gonna never save me in no situation for real. So I went ahead and told bro the truth. Ended up taking my phone. So now I'm walking outside, and at the time I had a girlfriend. So imagine having that, like having to explain that to her.
Yeah, she comes to your head, man.
and then on top of that, so I ended up going back to the SRO office. I was like, say if I would have lied to you, like, would you have still had to take my phone? He was like, yeah. I'm like, dang. But then, like, when I went into his room too, he told me, like, literally, like, the whole football team had, like, you know what I'm saying, had the pictures too. But she just decided to tell on us three. So, like, in my head, like, of course that's going to make me mad. So it's like, why choose to tell, like, what have I ever done to you? Like, why tell on me? So yeah, I definitely say that's one of the craziest experiences. But to just bring it to like a spiritual topic, what I gained from that is like kind of like I said, like how you were saying, like you got to be aware of who you're dealing with. Cause like if I wouldn't even indulged in her energy for real, I would have never been in that predicament. And then I also let me know like when you live in a certain type of lifestyle, like once you commit to it, your consequences are always going to be way worse than any other person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that was like a very pivotal moment in my life where it's like you can't just be out here doing what everybody is doing. Like, you gotta stay in your own lane to do you. Like, don't matter if people think you weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be yourself. Because if you be yourself, you won't find yourself in as many situations like this. Now, I feel like times like that are needed because it teaches you a lot, but it only teaches you a lot if you allow it to. Like, I could have easily kept on like pointing the finger, like being mad at her, being mad at the situation, being mad at like just everything but myself. But I couldn't blame anybody but me because at the end of the day, I put myself in that situation. So
that's some grown man talk right there.
That's definitely one of the craziest experiences I ever been through, bro. I was so damn scared, bro. I ain't know how like it was going, cause like my dad has a friend that is a cop, so then they started bringing them around, like basically talking about how serious this situation is and like where it could lead to. I wasn't trying to hear none of that, bro. I was like, bro, over this situation, bro, like it could have ruined like my whole life for real, like ruined my whole life, bro. Like that is definitely probably one of the craziest things I've been through. Another question I have for you is, oh yeah, this is what I wanted to ask you. So everybody is different. So the reason why I'm gonna ask too, because I want to know, and at the same time, there's some forms of what you do may help them. Like, but what helped you being able to like control your mind and like control yourself?
Meditation, breath work, nature, fasting. Fasting definitely, because you know a lot of the foods we eat, they are loaded with hormones, and they also get our hormones very high and driven. So, you know, fasting has definitely helped me like kind of come back to center and really just slow down that lower my lower nature and really just go, you know, get in tune with my soul, my gut, and just like think on a higher level. I will say, you know, a lot of people tell me I'm crazy for having gone like 2 years without sex, but like really something. I feel like another big contributing like factor of it was like I was like vegan too, and that really helped with discipline. But at the same time, that shit is not like because it really. I feel like, I mean, it works for some people. I guess I went about it wrong, but I just felt like it emasculated me and kept me very passive and like messed with my head and just like I just didn't feel right. Like, and I mean, I was still working out and shit, but like, bro, I felt just so stressed out all the time, or just like I don't know, I just didn't feel right. So, but it definitely helped me ground my lower nature and just like discipline, you know. What was the question again? My bad.
I ain't gonna your answer was so good, bro. I was stuck in your answer for real, bro. But I do have another question. Okay. So, was it difficult for you when you first started trying to meditate and when you first started fasting?
Nah. I mean, I always been the type of person to just be with myself. So it really wasn't really just connecting with my breath. And like even when I first got into medication and stuff, I was still smoking and stuff, but like you know, once I let that go, I really like heightened my awareness and like just it leveled me up. Yeah.
So if you can go back and tell like your younger self something and then use something now, like the best piece of advice you could give to your younger self and you now, what would it be?
To my younger self, you know, I feel like a big issue with me growing up was I didn't know. I got caught in that whole porn masturbation cycle and really just wasted a lot of energy and really like disconnected myself from the feminine.
Yeah.
And like, bro, like when I lost my virginity young, bro.
Me and you both, bro.
Like that shit kind of fucked with me, bro.
Cause
you taking on somebody else's energy, and like I actually got a video on my fitness page talking about the sacral chakra and like, yeah, but sex, you really got to be careful who you mess with. Like you could take on other people's, you know, all their problems and insecurities and stuff, and it could really mess with you psychologically. And yeah, you got to stay grounded in who you are and set them boundaries and just discern and you know, I feel like when you were connecting with somebody, don't get caught too much. Don't get caught up too much in their light, because we know we put on these masks for people. But like also try to understand somebody's darkness, and like not even try to understand, like you're not really gonna understand somebody's darkness, because we all, you know, we could take on trauma from like 20 plus generations. Yeah. And we're really at a point in our consciousness where we're like leveling up and healing from these past traumas because of slavery and all this shit. Like, actually, one of the books I brought, it's called the ISIS Thesis. They talk about pretty much the atmosphere is changing, and you know, you've heard the saying "as above, so below." Yeah. So as that's changing, we're changing genetically. And you know, that's why they try to like block out the sun and get niggas to take these vaccines to shut down our genes, but that's not gonna happen. Bro. Yeah. So, you know, the universe operates on cycles, and at a time we were at a very advanced level to where we could do like just crazy shit. But of course, you know, it goes from high to low. So we knew we were gonna fall in consciousness. So like I don't have a source for this, but if you like check into like people like Bobby Hemmett, or you know, people that talk about a lot of occult and esoteric stuff. Yeah. Pretty much they imply that we created white people and we made them our janitors for like knowledge. But of course they don't have that substance, that core substance, the soul that we have, that really connects us with the universe. You know, that's why we are the pioneers for like everything. Like we are the culture. Like they don't have a culture. Like they get everything from us. Like, I mean, that's just the truth. I ain't trying to make us seem greater than, but yeah, you know, we are the original beings. So yeah, but yeah, get out in the sun, reconnect with source, nature, and just be a nigga. I don't know, man. Just be you, bro. Like, nah, yeah, that's very important. Live a life that you love and don't give a fuck about what everybody thinks, because nobody can tell you. Nobody knows your experience but you. So you have to really just go within and let it out and just create. You know, live a life. You know,
I definitely admire how you like are just 100% authentically you, bro. Like no matter what, where you are, like you always the same person, bro. Like I definitely admire that, but it inspires me, like shows me that it's possible. Like it is what it is. Like what's so hard about just being you? So yeah, I just definitely want to say that I admire that you do that, bro. But
appreciate it, man.
No problem. What was my question? The next question I have for you is, like going back on like the sexual urges, like what could a person do to help them like control it more?
So for me, what really helped me out was just getting more in touch with my creative side. Like I first started like I really wasn't so like on the creative side because I was more into sports and shit. But I mean, there's art to that as well. But like, I felt like I had to expand from that because it was just like I was caught in a cycle.
Yeah.
And like I was just like just wasting the energy. So I got into like digital art and just music, podcast, working on cars. I don't know, just find something. Just use your hands. Just use your mind, use your hands, and just follow your heart and just let shit come to you. I feel like we have to. I don't know. You just gotta have a purpose, and just creating to really help me find my purpose, and just yeah. I mean, I guess also just meditating and fasting a big thing, just to really like kind of get more into my mind and like more into my soul and kind of detach from the physical because it's really fasting is difficult. It can be difficult, especially if you're like not if you're caught up in a processed diet.
Yeah.
Just not getting all the nutrients you need because your organs need certain nutrients and gotta stay hydrated and drinking the right water and shit. Like yeah. For anybody listening, I have a fasting guide. It's free. Just holler at me. I have a gut. I got a gut health guide. I got a Fit with Kobe page. My creative page is WVLF World. Yeah, I mean, just I do a lot of creation, but honestly, I'm just me. I'm not trying to be anybody else. I don't expect anybody to follow me or be like me. Just live, man. Just take this shit a day at a time and don't get caught up in trying to be like somebody else or keep up with the Joneses,
Yeah. So do you have like a favorite experience like just throughout your whole journey of life? Or at least one? Like I know one is difficult.
I don't want to say I favorite, but it really pushes me to become better. Mm-hmm. Just like failures and like losses, because it really pushes me to just like do better and know how to not make the same mistake. That's really just my favorite experiences. I don't know why it sounds crazy, but
I agree with you.
It really just it challenges me. It makes me not get comfortable.
It's weird that you say that, bro. Cause like I'm like on some real stuff, bro. Like I really like this might sound weird, like you said, but like I enjoy like my dark times because I know that's when I'm doing the most growing. Like when everything is perfect, it's just like I like it too, but it's like it don't feel like I'm growing as much as what I should be growing because like I don't know, it makes sense to you though, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It don't feel like I'm growing as much, so like whenever I am having a hard time, it's like I know I'm doing something right and I'm on the right path. Like just make sure you keep working, like you're gonna come out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like it just get like you said, bro, it just gives me drive and purpose to just keep going and be the best version of myself for real. So another question that I have for you. What is the most difficult thing that you're currently going through?
The most difficult thing that I'm currently going through. Not. All right. The most difficult thing I would say is discerning between my own emotions and the stuff around me, because I feel like my work environment. You can't hide what you're feeling.
Yeah, no.
I feel like I very much pick up on like people's mood and energies, and like that work shit is draining, bro. And I don't know, bro. It is a lot to intake, but I also use it to my advantage to help me transmute that energy and use it for my own.
Yeah.
And try to just be of service to others with my energy and just kind of like a healer, man.
Yeah. You know?
I mean, not saying like I'm perfectly healed, like
yeah, but
it's just growing. We're all growing. You know?
Bad.
I don't think I'm any greater than anybody because I definitely learn a lot through my everyday interaction with people. I'm just like, okay, and I'm learning not to be so judgmental and just be more of an observer of things and just like, okay, like everybody's on their own journey and you can't rush people into their own healing, but you can, if you seek it, you'll find it, and it's for, whenever the student is ready, the master will appear. So that's just everybody's working on their own self mastery if they are, and if they're not, I mean, that's just their path. So
yeah.
I'm just living, man.
That's the only thing you really can do, but like just live and grow. Like every day is just even you don't gotta be growth is a process. Like you might not grow as much as you think you're going, but as long as you doing some form of growing every day, then like to me you're winning. Because the goal is to just become a better version of yourself, the best version of yourself. But who really knows what the best version of yourself look like? So you just gotta strive to become better. Not even every day, every second.
Yeah, just show up and be present, man. Because you never know what opportunity will arise from it. It's all energy.
Facts. And then the energy that you giving yourself is what's going to display in your physical reality. So is the external world is like it's basically just facts. That's exactly what I was about to say. So that's why when he was saying earlier, you gotta tap into yourself. Like you gotta put yourself through difficult situations so you can reach the best version of yourself. So your self-discipline, holding yourself accountable, just all type of stuff like that. Once you start to correct your inner life, your external world will automatically start to fall in line because they're connected. So let me think of what other question I can ask you. What's the most difficult reality that you've had to face?
Everything is temporary, and just everything is temporary, and we're just here to. Earth is a school. We're just here to learn and go to the next level.
Yeah.
So like, I might be big on this health stuff, but like at the same time, I'm very much active in my spirituality, and I know that I'm more than this, and I don't look down on other people for where they are. I just like, yeah. I'm just here. And, if we channel and we link up, then hey, we can exchange and help each other grow. We just here to help each other.
Yeah, definitely. Well, so what was you might probably don't remember the first thing, but what was a moment where you realized that like everything is temporary?
I mean, I guess when I saw my dog get hit when I was younger. Like, the nigga was gone. Yeah. Like, that shit was wild.
Nah, facts.
But, I'm pretty sure it was times before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's other times, but...
that one sticks out the most right now.
What about you?
Let me think. Just this may not be the first time that I realize it, but this is like the one that's heavy on my mind right now. The people that entered and then exited my life, whether that's through passing away or just like you just stop talking to certain people. Like, yeah, that was definitely one of the things that helped me realize that. And just, I mean, my dad has really taught me that my whole life. So like, I was always aware of it, but going through your own experiences is a different teacher than like somebody just telling you something. Because when somebody's telling you something, you can understand it, but I don't feel like you really ever fully understand something until you experience it for yourself. So yeah, I definitely say that. But I also have this side to me where I think like it's not temporary because at the end of the day, it still has like the person was temporary, but like what they've taught you, whether like that was good or bad in your life, because I really feel like no matter what, everything is good. It's just you gotta find a way to turn it to that. But like, so like I can say that everything is temporary, but then like it's something in my head. Like I contradict myself a lot, but I feel like that's what keeps me like going because like you just gotta challenge yourself. So yeah,
same.
So like yeah, like what was I saying? Yeah. So it's temporary, but it's not because it's still a piece of them with you, whether they're physically there or not. It's something there with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because y'all definitely like resonated and like
they came to you at that point in time for a reason.
Yeah, and it's just all a matter of how like you look at the experience and like just not attached to the. It's all whatever, however you perceive it.
No, you take perception is key.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good chat.
But is there anything that we haven't touched on that you would like to get out or?
Just be kind, be patient, and just know yourself.
No, facts.
That's all I got really. I mean, I guess I'll share some of my stuff. I brought some gifts for my boys.
Nah, yeah, and I appreciate that.
I got my magnesium oil. It's infused with eucalyptus. You could use it as deodorant to help with your lymphatic system, just help take a lot of the stress off and not block, your armpits off like a lot of deodorants do. It's sweating's natural, but also your diet and stuff plays in. So, if you feel like you really do stink, then just do it as an at-home thing because magnesium is just a really good. It's a really good. Sorry. It's a really good mineral. They say like 80% of the population is deficient in it, and it's very key. But you can also use it to spray on your muscles to help any cramps or just any build up. Also spray it in your hair, help improve the circulation of can't really get a word right now. Shit. Like the capillaries in your scalp. Help stimulate hair growth. Some good shit. I mean, my hair's growing pretty long.
Nah, fat, your hair ain't got long.
And really, I didn't start spraying this till recently, but like I started taking magnesium a lot, and that's really contributed to just my hair growth and just maintaining muscle mass and a lot of stuff. Help me reduce anxiety, help me sleep. Also got some ashwagandha. It's another good thing for stress, anxiety, testosterone. It's aphrodisiac. Some good shit. Shop with me at wolfselfcare.com, WVLFCELFCARE.com. I got, organic toothpaste, non-fluoridated, bunch of different stuff. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me come on here and talk about this.
And most definitely make sure y'all check out his website, check out his Instagram, and I'm gonna put all of that stuff in the description. But make sure y'all check him out because he does have a lot of information that I feel like will help a lot of people, and in so many ways, not just on a health level, just on an overall life level.
We're about growth here, spiritual, mental, physical. So
facts.
Yeah,
and emotional.
Yeah, definitely. Back on the topic of emotional, emotions are a good thing, but I feel like we have been, as Black people, we are very much manipulated emotionally, and they use a lot of events like around full moons and certain types of the year, like the solstices and the equinoxes, to really harvest our energy to keep the illusion of the matrix going.
Yeah.
And really take our power away. When we take our power away, we give more power to ourselves into creating our own world. So
yeah,
don't get manipulated out here. Stay on top of your energy, stay grounded, and just create the world you want to live.
I appreciate you, bro.
No problem, brother. Thanks for having me, man.
Most definitely, bro.
Awesome.
Nah, facts. This is a beautiful experience. Like I said, make sure y'all tap into him. And again, I appreciate you, bro, just for sharing your knowledge, your wisdom, and being vulnerable on this platform. I appreciate you, bro.
No problem.
And I appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Thank you guys for listening. Peace, love, abundance.